Hello, Oracles! Well, phase one of Lift More is now complete. That is through week 4, so we are at the halfway point. Tomorrow, we are going to be starting phase two. So, one thing I did not realize is that phase two leg day is Monday versus Tuesday. Yesterday, I just did 11 aggressive miles on the trails. My legs are pretty jello, so we'll see how I can handle leg day tomorrow to start off phase two. But we're going to get into the recap on phase one in just a minute. All right, so looking at all of phase one right now, it was, kind of the same setup week after week. It was chest and buys on Monday. You had quads and calves on Tuesday, back and triceps on Wednesday, glutes and hamstrings on Thursday, and then shoulders on Friday. And then it would rotate. You would do quad sets for upper body and then supersets for lower body, reverse it the next week, and then he changes up the workouts. So it's a similar pattern that you can go through, but it mixes it up enough that makes it exciting and keeps your body guessing at all times. Plus, by changing the formats up week after week, it allows you to actually bump up your weights significantly more so that when you get to those quad sets again and you're really kind of fatiguing your muscles from all the volume, you can still go up on the weights because your body is used to it from the supersets the week before. Brilliant setup with the program. I love this. So now we're going to be going into something very similar into phase two, but phase two is going to be having just different sets of body parts that you're working on. Like you're going to work chest and back together. So that'll change that up, but I'll let you guys know how that goes next week after the first week of it. So going back to phase one, saw some great progress from all of this. Now, from starting the program, I was 192 pounds. I'm still 192 pounds. I have not changed my weight at all. So I'm not too concerned about that. My weights have increased significantly, lifting everything I have been significantly going up. My body is physically, you can see the body changing. I'm going to be posting a before and after picture, my progress pictures later today. So definitely check those out. But like I'm seeing the difference despite the fact that the weight is not coming down. So one of the mental hurdles that I wanted to share with a lot of people is don't always just focus on the weight and the scale and what that has to say. Take a deeper look. What are you looking like and how do you feel? How you feel is actually the most important part of this. Because if you're feeling better and you're feeling younger and you're feeling more alive, don't worry about the scale. Don't worry about that whatsoever. I am still looking to get myself down to the 175, 180 mark, but that's not a huge concern. Going into phase two, I have adjusted my nutrition. I don't completely revamp things entirely. What I did was I took the salad that I'm doing in the evening and I'm switching it over for some salmon with asparagus and some spinach. Putting all that stuff together with quinoa and some almonds is going to just kind of change up that evening nutrition, just tweaking it slightly. So if you guys are kind of stuck in a flat pattern when you're not seeing any results, don't look at it as oh, I have to make massive changes to everything. Make one little tweak. Just tweak one thing and do it for a couple of weeks. See how your body reacts to that. Then tweak something else. It's really all it is just little tweaks here and there. Once you get the baseline foundation set for what you want to do for your entire program, for your nutrition and your workouts, when you get to a point where you feel like you need some change, just tweak one or two little things. That's it. Because over time, again, this is a lifelong and a lifetime process here. Over time, you have plenty of time to just change little things here and there. So that's my recommendation to you guys for if you get into a stale point. Again, I'm going to keep you posted. I've got 4 more weeks until I get to my race day, and I'm feeling confident. Like after doing 11 miles on the trails yesterday, half of it was in the rain. Yes, my legs felt like jello, but it took until mile 7 for my legs to actually cramp up. Feeling much better about the race that's coming up on June 18th. So if anybody happens to be in the New York area and wants to join me for that race, by all means, let me know and you guys can join me and we'll kind of hang out together. And so one thing I really liked about phase one was, every day is core. So there's a core element at the end of every single workout, same as Lift 4, but now it's 5 days a week here with Lift More. And it's really challenging because a lot of stuff that's on the bench. And when you're on the bench doing it, you don't realize that your core is having to balance you on that bench, especially if you don't have a wider bench. For safety's sake, make sure that you're on a bench that's wide enough where you're not going to fall off of it. But for me, it's like it's just wide enough for me, but I still have to make sure I'm balanced and stable on there. So what I've noticed that's coming up in this first half is, finishing up Lift More. My stomach had flattened out. It was nice. Sitting down right now, I still have these little tiny rolls, whatever. I'm not concerned about that. But When I'm standing up, like I can now see my obliques starting to come back out again. I haven't seen those in like 3 years. So it's really nice to see those coming out, and that's all phase 1. Phase 1 did all that. So I'm looking forward to phase 2 to really kind of shredding a lot of this excess poundage and fat off. One thing to remember too is that your body is going to burn the most fat during your sleep. So when you're asleep at night, this is why sleep is so important. Your body is going to need to recover those muscles. What it does to recover those muscles is it's going to take any nutrients it has and feed those muscles. So it wants to take protein and repair those muscles. Well, it needs some sort of transportation system because the protein can't get there on its own. Typically, because we eat so many carbs, the carbs are that transportation system. But if you are eating properly, when you get to sleep at night, you're not going to have enough carbs for your body to take and transport all of that protein. So it's going to end up using fat as fuel. So that's how you burn fat while you're sleeping at night, because it's literally taking the fat, using it as energy to transport all the protein and repair the muscles. So you're literally, thinking about it simply, converting fat into muscle. That's not really exactly how it works, but mentally, if you want to tell yourself that you're converting fat to muscle, you can. That's not exactly how it works, but mentally, that's just a little way of me picturing, all right, as I'm sleeping, I'm converting fat to muscle. That's my quick mental trick to really keep myself in track with my nutrition. Now, when it comes to nutrition, I did start switching things up. So I started having some more salmon towards the end when my son and I go out to eat. I've been getting more salmon when I go out, really paying attention to everything I'm putting in my body. I also picked up some super beets by humans. So super beets, I'm trying to see how they are. I've only been using it for 3 days. I'll let you guys know how that is. Before I got the super beets, I've just been using the Energize from Beachbody and the Recover from Beachbody. Both are phenomenal. I'm still using them both. I haven't changed that at all. Highly recommend them both if you guys are interested in them. I do have them in the link in my description down below in my Beachbody coach page. So those are awesome. I just wanted to try the Super Beats. I've been hearing some good things about it, especially with my long trail runs. Just wanted to try it out and see how it is. And I'll share with you guys more of my results going forward. It does give me a little boost of energy. So I'm almost wondering if it makes me too jittery. So I'll keep you guys posted on that one because I don't want to give myself too much of this energy going forward. I don't need to throw a whole bunch of supplements in my body. I would prefer to do things mostly naturally. So the pre workout and then the recover afterwards. That's all I'm taking right now. And I'll see how it goes in the future, see if I want to bump anything else into it. Again, this is a progression as we go. I keep on going with what I'm doing until I get to a stagnant point. Then I make those tweaks again. So I made the tweak with my nutrition with the salmon, and I'm making that little bit of a tweak by trying out the super beets, see if that makes a bit of a difference. But all in all, I love this program. Very excited about looking into phase 2. Very happy. If you guys have not tried it or if you're just starting to get into it, I recommend Lift 4. Lift 4 is 4 days a week. When it came to my schedule itself, that was perfect for my schedule. It was only 4 days, 30 to 40 minutes, not a ton of time. Definitely was able to get it in there. Moving into Lift More, they add a 5th day, and the workouts do get a little bit longer, pushing that 45-minute mark in almost all of the workouts that they have. But significant difference when it comes to the progress that I'm making with the muscle growth and the building that I'm having and all the weights that I'm lifting. So perfect progression. Highly recommend them both. And I'll keep you guys posted as to what I'm going to be doing for the workout after Lift More. Thank you guys all so much. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below. I appreciate all of your support. Have a great one.